National 5 Maths Practice Paper B, Paper 1. First question involves using order of operations. We've got subtraction and we've got multiplication, so we have to carry out our multiplication first. So we're going to do 2.1 times 3 to begin with. Now most of you can probably do this in your heads, no bother, but it's better to write it down anyway, just be on the safe side. Then 7.18 subtract 6.3, 8 take away nothing there, you can put a 0 if you like, gives you 8, 1 take away 3, you're going to have to borrow, 11 take away 3 is going to be 8, put your decimal point down, 6 take away 6, 0, so 0.88, so multiplication before subtraction. Number 2, 1 1/8 divided by 3/4, so let's turn that into an improper fraction first, so that's going to be 9 over 8, so that's 8/8 and 1/8 is 9/8. You then flip the second fraction, change it to a times. So 9 4s are 36 over 24, both in the 12 times table, gives us 3 over 2. If you wrote down 1.5 or 1.5, all of those would be valid answers. Number 3, solve inequality. You're best to multiply out the brackets first. Now you might be tempted to subtract 2x from both sides, which would work, but I would rather not have a negative value of x here, or not value of x, negative coefficient of x. So I'm going to add x to both sides instead. Subtract 2 from both sides. Divide by 3. I'll just swap that around, making sure the sign's in the right direction, so x is less than 1. Number 4, evaluate f of -3, so we're substituting -3 in anywhere there's an x. So f of -3 equals -3 squared. Now I've put that in a bracket just to emphasise the fact that I'm squaring the negative as well. Plus 5 times -3, and that is 9 take away 15, giving us -6. Number 5, we have to find the magnitude of 4u minus 2v. So let's first of all find out what 4u is. So if this is u, 4u will be 12, -8, -4. And if this is v, 2v is going to be 4, -8, 2. So we need to work out what 4u minus 2v is first. So 4u minus 2v is going to be 12, -8, -4. Subtract 4, -8, 2. 12 take 4, that's going to be 8. Well, you've got a minus and a negative here, so that's going to make a plus. So it's -8 plus 8, that's just going to be 0. And -4 take away 2 is -6. Now that is 4u take away 2v, but we need to find the magnitude of that. So it's going to be the square root of 8 squared plus 0 squared plus -6 squared, which is going to be 64 plus 0, I'm not going to bother writing that down, plus 36. So it's a square root of 100, which is equal to 10. You don't need to have -10 as well as a second answer because they're looking for a magnitude, that's a size. So -10 wouldn't make sense. Number 6, factorise p squared minus 4q squared. That's a squared term, squared number, squared term, so it's going to be a difference of 2 squares. So it's p minus 2q, p plus 2q. If you had the plus and the minus other way around, that would be totally fine. And then here, to simplify this fraction, we've already factorised the numerator, so we're just going to write that down again. So p minus 2q, p plus 2q. On the denominator, I've got 3p and 6q, so 3 is a common factor. So p plus 2q cancel each other out, leaving p minus 2q all divided by 3, and that's it simplified.